Hey, what's up guys, I'm Anthony Esparza, and thank you so much for coming back to my YouTube channel to hang out with me just for a little bit. I really appreciate it, as always. Today, we're going to be talking about some drums. Speaking of drums, I got this asshole drummer practicing at 11 o'clock at night right down the hall, making all kinds of noise. So I guess it's appropriate that I'm putting together this video, you know, so we can find some software to replace these motherfuckers and just turn down the volume just a little bit. Anyways, before we get started, I just want to remind you guys to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I got a bunch of content coming out very, very soon. As we move along towards the end of the year, I got a ton of stuff. We're going to be looking into STL Tone Hub. We're going to be looking at the Rex Brown bass plugin from Joey Sturgis Tones, along with a bunch of other great stuff. You guys are not going to want to miss out, including some stuff coming up towards the end of the year around Christmas time that you guys are going to dig a lot. Make sure you guys hit the notification bell as well so you get notified anytime I drop a new video, whether you know you're asleep, at work, you're on a jog, you're taking a shit, really wherever you want to watch my videos, go ahead and watch them. Although I prefer you watch them on the toilet because, you know, you probably watch the whole thing there, you know. So today we're going to be talking about the One Kit Wonder from the awesome GetGoodDrums, GGD. They are a godsend to musicians, studio musicians in particular, just to create some great drum tones so they don't sound very robotic, not that FL Studio 12 shit where it just sounds like, you know, fucking like machines and whatnot. GGD does a great job of giving realistic, awesome drum tones to people like myself, studio musicians, at-home musicians, bedroom musicians. And I've been a big fan of GetGoodDrums for a long time already. I even purchased the Invasion pack a couple months back, and I was super excited. A lot of people told me to grab it. So when I grabbed it, expecting I was going to be able to up the ante on my drum tones for my video productions, I was a little bit overwhelmed. See, Invasion comes with a lot of stuff. It comes with a ton of stuff, and it's more built for professional engineers or producers who know their way around drum software. And your boy did not go to MIT. Dealing with overheads and room mics and stuff, that's not my forte. I just want killer drum tones that are mixed ready and stuff that I could just use on the go, you know, while I'm writing. And another thing about the Invasion pack as well is that it takes up a lot of CPU. Even the low CPU scaling, you know, it was kind of killing my computer a little bit. So when GGD announced that they were dropping the One Kit Wonder, you know your boy had to jump on that. So the song I'm going to be showing you guys is the first song that I'm using the One Kit Wonder for. It's actually a pretty cool song because it's going to end up on my first EP, and I'm super excited to share a little piece with you guys. No vocals on it yet, just guitars, bass, and the One Kit Wonder. So let's go ahead, let's jump into it. I'm going to give you guys a quick demo so you guys can hear it in a mix, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to deconstruct it. Let's go. Alright guys, I hope you guys dug that song. I busted my ass on it, and I'm so happy to finally be getting it out very soon. Alright, so right here is the main kit. You got your kick, snare, toms. Ooh, I love that floor tom. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, baby. And then we got our crashes. My drummer Brandon, he loves that one. I think it's like a hi-hat together. I don't know. I'm an idiot when it comes to drums. The splash, you can't go wrong with the splash. And then hi-hat. So what you guys basically heard is very near to it being out of the box. I did a couple things here and there, but nothing too crazy. So this is what the song sounds like with nothing on it. I'm going to take off everything in the master bus and just hearing the kick straight out the box. So it already sounds really good, just right out of the box alone. So let's go ahead, let's dig into it. First off, it comes with the mixer. The mixer is very simple. I love using, it's basically just volumes. That's all it really is. You got your kick, your snare, tom 1, tom 2, tom 3, your overheads, your room. And this is very similar to being out of the box. Usually they're all at about, I want to say normally this would be 12 o'clock. And if you want to get more in depth with it, which I did do a little bit with the overheads, just go to the balance button and you'll have your hi-hat, your ride, your cymbals, reverb. I have my cymbals a little bit higher in the mix because I love like big sounding crashes. Hi-hats and the rides are a little bit lower. And that's really cool that you're able to adjust everything here and do the overall mix on the overheads right here. You know, you get your room mics right here. Same thing, hi-hats, rides, cymbals, reverb, which is great. I love how they separated them both like that. Your toms, you know, you come with the close, O's, rooms, and the reverb. And it's the same thing for all the other toms as well. The snares where I had a lot more fun. You know, I did adjust some of these settings a little bit, but I did add some reverb. I love the, you know, the Black Album snare, and I love how much, you know, just how full it sounds with all that reverb in there. Not where it's overdone, but you can definitely hear it in the mix, and it just makes it sound even bigger. The kick, I didn't do too much with the kick. I basically left the kick alone, so the kick is straight out the box. I almost never touch the kicks when I'm working on demos. So that's the mixer. I love how they added this. I love how simple it is. You know, I love how easy it is to understand. With the Invasion pack, it was a little overwhelming. So I'm glad that I was able to get some killer drum tones with a simple approach to the mix. So the cool thing is you have the options for the CPU scaling. You have high, medium, low. Normally when I'm working on demos, I have it on low. When I'm doing the mix, I have it on medium. And then when I'm pretty much entering the master mix of everything, the final mix of my demos, I will go on high. So right now it's on high. But it just helps a lot, especially if you're someone who has a lot of guitars, a lot of leads, a lot of cleans, a lot of atmospherics. This helps out a ton. And then we go over here, and this is all you really need. I'm not even joking. You got the parallel compression and the master EQ. Now, the cool thing about the parallel compression, it brings the volume up a little bit, and it kind of compresses the cymbals a lot more so that they're not as overwhelming in the mix. So I'll play it raw, and then I'm gonna go ahead and click on the parallel compression and on the master EQ. So you can hear and see that there is a big difference in the sound. It becomes a lot more punchier. It's a lot more rhythmic. There's more punch in the rhythm when you have the parallel compression on. The master EQ kind of just blends everything together and levels everything out. Great addition to the plugin, and something it's super easy to get into. Over here you have your master volume. I have mine a little bit higher. I like my music a little loud, a little loud in the mix, so I have this one slightly higher. And also too is when I added the GGD One Kit Wonder into my mix, it actually was a little bit lower in volume than my MT Power drum kit, which was normally in my mix in the track. So I had to raise the master a little bit for this to match out with everything. My reverb right here is just in the middle, but I'll go ahead and I'll show you guys. It makes a big difference. And then with the I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna raise the reverb so you guys can hear it. And it just sounds like it's in a room. It sounds like it's in a drum room. It sounds alive and it sounds fuller. But overall, I really advise for those of you musicians who are just making demos for your bands, or you're doing music for video productions for your YouTube channels, or maybe you're like me and you want to write some solo stuff or some stuff on your own and you just want to put it out there and work on your mixing skills. This is definitely a great plugin to start off with. I love the simplicity of the plugin. I love that you can just jump in and go click on one thing, fix it, move on to the next thing, and you don't have to spend a ton of time getting drum tones together. I'm a guitarist, I don't know that much about drums, so this really does help my workflow. The kit sounds amazing too. I love the kit. In fact, I think I love the kick and the snare better on the One Kit Wonder than I do in the Invasion with the settings that I ended up building over there with my brother Hondro, my buddy, my partner in crime in Defy the Tyrants. He helped me build the kick and the snare sounds in there, and they sounded great, but something about the kick and the snare in the One Kit Wonder, I think it's a little superior. Like I said, I highly recommend this to musicians who are just looking for a quality plugin to kind of, you know, get started with writing music and get started with having really good demos. All right, guys, so let me know what your thoughts on the One Kit Wonder are in the comments below. Is this something you would be interested in getting? Is this something that would probably help your workflow as a musician, as a recording artist? Is this something that would just help you get from A to B, but still make some killer sounding demos that you probably share with your friends and your band, and they probably will be like, you know what, that doesn't sound like shit, we'll use it. I know it's happened to me, and I'm sure it's happened to you guys. So let me know in the comments below. All right, guys, I'll see you guys on the next video. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos that I got coming up. I got a lot of great content coming up towards the end of the year. You guys are not going to want to miss out. I'll see you guys again in the next video. Keep it heavy.